Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Buffalo Wild Wings here in Surprise. James Poovey alongside my partner Vince DeLisio coming to you for another edition of the Coach Mike Nesbitt Show. Vince, coming off another outstanding win last week for the Spirit at home against the defending Sooner Athletic Conference champions. It's going to be a great show tonight.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was, I myself, like a lot of other people, I'm sure, were very nervous going into Saturday's game because here we were playing one of the top defenses in the country, one of the top rushing games, if not the top rushing game in the Sooner Athletic Conference, and we just manhandled them. That first half was not even funny. I'm sorry to say, we have a lot of friends at Langston, but guys, I mean, this was a game, and it was they did not seem prepared from the get-go. They had a couple of great plays here and there, but Ottawa, OUAZ continued to capitalize on every single opportunity. And it wasn't just like one or two. That whole first half was textbook football. Now, the second half, Langston finally got some things together, and it was 7-7 that second half. But at the same time, it was they could not come back from that deficit. I think they were shell-shocked.
Well, OUAZ just continues to do what they've done all season, play well in all three phases of the game. Mm-hmm. Their defense is outstanding. The front, the linebackers run, they make plays, they tackle well in space.
Yes.
The coverage on the back end is outstanding.
Yes.
And the offense, I mean, what do you say? Another only 451 total yards of offense. And it wasn't really an all-cylinders night for the offense.
No, it wasn't. There were some players missing, and we were caught a little off guard because we had some key players in the offense that were missing, and due to some bruises and bumps and whatever, held out. But even the guys that stepped up, and everyone else rallied around them, and that's what made this all the more impressive win. There were literally no holes in this game plan. It was a great game plan. It was outstanding. It was played nearly flawless. Special teams, let's talk about special teams. Another great job on special teams. I mean, it's just things keep getting better and better.
John Williams, outstanding job for special teams department, and then the punter, Austin Bond, just continues to be phenomenal. So this team has a lot of weapons, and it's just they're very exciting to watch, and they're making some waves.
Yeah,
in the country as well, Vince.
Yes, they are. There's a lot of attention now. The spotlight is on OUAZ. So you guys in the Midwest, thanks for watching. In the East, and because they're starting to look at, and colleagues of James and myself in other parts of the country are starting to look at what the potential NAIA playoff picture looks like. We don't want to get into that conversation yet because we still got 3 games.
Yes.
And not only do we have 3 games, we got a big one this week. We have rivalry week with Arizona Christian.
Yeah, we're going to preview that game and also, obviously, review the Langston game again as well. And so just stay tuned with us here. We're going to come back after a short break to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's a surprise. It's a great night. We're going to have a great time here. We got some players coming on with us and obviously Coach Nesbitt as well. So we'll take a step aside and take a short break. We'll come back and stay tuned for the Mike Nesbitt Show.
Your man cave is a lie. It's not a masculine refuge. It's a basement in your wife's house. Caves don't have frilly craft store signs. Yell about it. In your man cave, no one can hear you scream. Wake up! Head upstairs and get to B-dubs, where the kegerators are just called taps, the wall color is TVs, and the wings taste like freedom. Also, your friends actually like coming here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Welcome back to the Coach Mike Nesbitt Show. So Here we are, Coach Mike Nesbitt. Hey, Coach, let me start this off. Now, in our post-game interview, before you manhandled me and you put me in a chokehold, in a sleeper hold.
Just all excitement.
Yeah, I know. It was a lot of excitement. Thank you. Yes,
That's
thank
right.
you.
We're just fired up.
Now, what I said to you was, I said, I thought we were friends. I said, Coach, you had some guys that were out that you did not share with James and myself, not even in confidence. There's things that you share amongst friends in confidence. You didn't even tell us. And we found out like everybody else, and we were surprised. And it made us kind of look like we weren't doing our homework. So, it was almost a little embarrassing. But good thing you won. But tell us about that.
Well, the thing with that is, here's the deal. All right. One, if you guys were ever taken hostage, right? I don't know if you guys would be like.
You think we'd give up the information?
Well, you guys might give it up. One of you might. And so, to save both of your lives, we try to protect you guys.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
But it looks good. We had a great
man.
Sunday night, and so we got some guys back and some guys that you're talking about that actually had a good practice on Sunday night.
Good.
And we're rolling again, and so hopefully we'll have those guys ready to roll. They look great and had a lot of excitement, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay, so now before we get to Sunday night, let's talk about Saturday night. So your game plan going in, break it down for us. What were you looking at when you were looking at the team on the opposite side of the field, and what were you planning? What was going on?
Defensively, I thought Coach Bethea and his staff did a fantastic job of just understanding, that we had to go in there and we had to be super physical and stop the run. We had to really control number 44, and we had to shut him down. And I thought Mike and his staff on defense did a fantastic job and got those D-line and linebackers, and Coach Peterson and them got those safeties down in the box. And the thing is, those our players bought into the fact that they were going to have to tackle and they were going to have to be physical for 4 quarters, and that was what is exciting to see. And so that helped. And then, offensively, we had the idea that if we could get those big D linemen going side to side and sideline to sideline, and hopefully, turn some guys loose in the back end and push the ball vertically downfield, that if we could get the score and get some points up quick, that our defense would be able to really get in after them and force them into a game that they didn't want to play, and they didn't want to throw the ball. Langston didn't want to throw the ball. That wasn't their strength.
Yeah.
And they did a fantastic job of coming in with a great running attack, and our defense countered and really shut them down. And so my hat's off to our defensive unit, because I thought our defensive unit were fantastic against a good offense.
Well, the defense was fantastic, Coach, and you guys were up against Tim Whitfield, who had about 110 yards on 2 plays during that game. But after that, only 17 yards allowed for the rest of the contest. The defensive line was playing stout. They were getting pressure up in the middle all night long, forcing the quarterback out. And just talk a little bit more about the defense and the coverage guys as well on the back end. Outstanding job.
Yeah, that was the whole key, though, is we kept talking about them all week, was make them snap it again, make it snap it again, and hopefully we could get a turnover and get another stop and make them play on the long field. And so our kickoff cover team and our punt team did a really good job with those guys. But it goes back to that our defensive kids bought into Coach Bethea and Coach Mosley and that whole defensive staff about coming downhill and being super physical with them and tackling them at the point of attack. And then when it came to the scramble plays and all that, just try to limit them. Don't let them turn a guy loose for 60 yards or 30 yards. Keep them in front of you and make them keep playing it. And that's what I thought Mike did a fantastic job with it. But it was our guys believing in what Coach Bethea was telling them all week about getting downhill and being tough with them. And that was neat to see.
Well, continuing to talk about your defense, the one other thing that James and I found very impressive is the fact that you have young guys that are stepping up. You got Christian Foote. You got, Quentin Blair. We're starting to call his name a lot more now. Brandon Tomerlin Jr. Where did that kid come from?
Yeah, Bobby had a great night. Bobby played fantastic, and he could be here real easy tonight. We tried getting him over here tonight. I think he was a little camera shy. I think he was afraid of you two guys. I don't know what it was, but no, Bobby.
Afraid of us.
This is a face every mother can love.
We played Bobby last season on special teams.
It's only a mother could love that.
That could be true. His father-in-law's here, though. So
I know.
But no, and Bobby's playing good, and that's neat. Quentin Blair and some of these guys are really falling into some pieces, and you're seeing some of the dividends of some guys really doing a good job of getting out on the road and recruiting in the offseason and getting some guys in here that want to play, and then the buy-in factor again of these kids wanting to be part of something special and really getting after it.
Let's talk about your side of the ball, Coach, if you will, your offense. Another prolific performance, 451 total yards. Austin McCullough, 314 yards, 3 touchdowns. And your running backs, just getting it done as well. I mean, what can we say about Christopher Ewins, his first 100-yard game
Chris
as
played,
a member of the Spirit?
You know, and the funny thing about Chris is we joke around every Sunday when we watch Shamar and these other tailbacks play that Chris might be one of the better A-backs and one of the better tailbacks in the league just because of his footwork and the way he can manage the cutbacks and the way he mirrors our offensive line group with Sean Burns and those guys. And so, you know, it was kind of that deal of we've seen him, you know, kind of get some mop-up time and some things like that at the end of games, you know, when we've rewarded him for blocking and being physical, and it was neat to see him kind of become the guy, you know. And then a guy you're going to have on your show tonight, Keandre Brooks, guy we brought in over the summer that got after it, and just another one of those kids in our tailback position that's learned the group and had a good vision about what he needs to do to help our team and played really well.
Well, and getting back to Chris runs so hard. But, you know, let's talk about these 5 guys that we're bringing on tonight. So, Richard Montello, start with him.
Oh, shoot. Rich, you know, came in, started at Z-Force against Doane College, and he's had great games every game, you know, this season.
Yes.
And a couple times, you know, teams have double-teamed him and put a cap safety over the top of him and limited him a little bit. But then that turned to Kayvon Gardner and Ray Springer and Jeremiah Graylock and Antonio Day on the other side of the field away from Rich. And so Rich did exactly what we needed him to do to start the game. He got vertical right away and got the ball in the end zone really quick. And Mari DeBerry is one of the guys that have been around here in our defensive secondary as an original. Mari DeBerry is a true champion. I mean, a true probably NAIA player. That guy's going to get done here tonight, and he's going to go work at Quick Trip downtown till 5 in the morning from 11 to 5, and then he's going to show up at weights tomorrow morning. Then he's going to go to position meetings. He's going to try to grab a nap, and then he's going to go to practice. And this guy does this every day. And this guy's a real special. Mari DeBerry.
He should go into broadcasting. It's like our schedule.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you're pouring Slurpees tonight and flipping hot dogs, but
well,
I mean,
you never know, Coach.
But he's doing fantastic. And then Austin Bond, you know, who can say more about Austin Bond? He's averaged a little over 43 yards a punt and a 43-yard net average, and flipping the field for us and doing some real special stuff on and off the field on a daily basis.
Okay.
Indeed.
Good stuff. All right, we're going to come right back. Thank you, Coach. Hey, Greg, take us out of here before I fall over. So we'll be right back on the Coach Mike Nesbitt Show.
Watching the game alone, you gonna high-five yourself too? Come on! Get to B-Dubs, order a $5 pitcher, chest bump, wolf pile, and nail that 2-person high-five. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! What kind of monster schedules their wedding on game day? We're done watching the game on our phone while you two take an entire day to say you like each other. Oh, good. The best man's winging the toast. Hey, Troy, I got a place you can wing it. It's called B-Dubs. We're going to RSVP for the chicken, keep our vows to football, and add wings, beer, and sports to our registry while dining on a buffet of football. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Hey, all you business owners. Vince here from the JV Sports Show. Are you a fan of junior college and small college sports? Want to reach an established and growing sports radio listening audience both locally and abroad? Partner up with the JV Sports Show. We can help promote your business while you help support exclusive coverage of junior college, NAIA, NC2A Division II and III sports. Check us out at www.jvsportshow.com and let us show you the benefits of partnering up with James and I on the JV Sports Show.
Here are 10 random facts about chicken wings. Number 1. Buffalo Mayor Stan Mikowski proclaimed July 29th National Chicken Wing Day in 1977. Number 2. Buffalo wings were invented by a mom as a last-minute snack for her son's college buddies. Number 3. Roughly 6.1% of the U.S. population has never tried wings because they're babies. Number 4. Celery is actually supposed to be used like chopsticks to make wings less messy. Number 5. Until the 1940s, drumsticks were lovingly called meat wands. Number 6. Eating spicy wings helps initiate labor but does not stop pregnancy. Number 7. The chicken wing has evolved from the raptor claw, which is badass. Number 8. The average chicken can produce up to 12 chicken wings per week. Number 9. The Hatfield-McCoy feud started when Randolph-McCoy called boneless wings nuggets. Number 10. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing are the final words uttered by Julius Caesar.
Nesbitt Show. We're live here from Buffalo Wild Wings and Surprise. A great show so far. Now we have the pleasure of bringing on a couple of Spirit football players here with us, Keandre Brooks and Richard Montello. How are you guys? Good.
Okay, so Richard, you're a returning veteran here. You were on with us early in the season, I believe, right? Right after, I think after the Doan game, you came on with us. So after game 1, let's talk a little bit about how your progress has been over the past few weeks, the past month. People forget that you're just a freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you've been doing this forever. What's going on, man? What are you drinking? What are you eating?
Yeah.
It's you know.
Just working hard during practice with Coach Robinson, doing extra work, study, film, everything
Extra
like
work.
that.
Okay. And your family, I mean, they got to be excited. We met your folks outside of one of the games, I think, at the first home game, and they were thrilled. And then we see all these people walking around with number 19 shirts. Where's my shirt?
No doubt.
Yeah, that's something with the school. I don't know.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, okay. So So let's talk about game plan from Langston. So obviously, Coach wanted to have some guys step up, put you in position to have a successful evening. What did you see in front of you all night?
Just press coverage, just what Coach Robinson taught me. Just our release packages, just run.
So a lot of man isolated coverage, and Austin. It's no secret. Austin loves to throw to the isolated receiver. We see that a lot. He likes to lay it up there. And knowing that, when these guys see film on that coming in, you're still winning. You're still winning those battles. So, I mean, what's been the secret there? Right? How are these guys? How are you getting open? Give us something. Give us a nugget, man. Throw something at us.
Probably just the little things, just doing the little things right, fundamentals.
Okay. Good answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk about your connection with quarterback Austin McCullough. You guys obviously have a great relationship because he's been finding you a lot on the field lately.
Yeah, we were working a lot during the summer, getting routes down, timing down, and spring ball, everything like that. Just
it's paying off.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keandre, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. How do you end up in Phoenix, Arizona?
Well, I ended up in Arizona around March last year.
Okay.
I was through at Butler Community College, so I reached out.
So you were in Kansas?
Yes.
Okay.
So I reached out to, Coach Felker and Coach Chanel Jones at Mesa.
At Mesa, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And, I've just been in Arizona ever since.
So your experience at Mesa helped you get ready. You played one season there, and then you transferred right here. Were there some other programs? Like, who contacted you from OUAZ?
Coach Mosley, and they came to a lot of our practices at Mesa. So, the name been familiar, and it was just up to me to take that initiative on my decision.
Talk about the culture, Keandre, on this football team. I know it's really a brotherhood over there. I can tell. I haven't even spent a whole lot of time in the locker room, in the close quarters with you guys, but it's definitely a brotherhood. Talk about the culture there with this football team.
It's serious. We like to have a lot of fun, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and we like to enjoy each other, and come to work every day, day in and day out, and the trust value is there. It's 100%, and we will go to war for each other, and that's the best thing I can say, that we with the love and the trust is there. So that's why I think that's why our season is going the way it's going.
Do you miss your family?
Oh, a lot.
Have they been out here?
No, not yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
but are they watching the games?
Yes, sir.
Who do you want to say hi to? Who's
my mom's and my pops, and my stepmother.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And all my family, my cousins,
okay.
my brothers.
And
you're probably a big fan of that Cajun food out there, am I right?
Oh, most definitely.
Gumbo. What's the specialty?
Crawfish etouffee.
Okay.
Fried fish. Gumbo.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Love it. Okay, so what's the transition been like for you now, getting serious and going from Mesa, going from community college to NAIA?
The transition, it's been rough, and I can be honest with that, but you know, I've trusted God, you know, and He's helped me with my decision on, you know, on being in the right place at the right time. And, you know, and I've always felt like, you know, that this was the place for me because, you know, it's peaceful and I'm also focused being away, you know, and that's a great thing.
Good.
Well, running back Keandre Brooks and wide receiver Richard Montello, thank you guys so much for coming on with us here. We appreciate it, and we look forward to having you on the show again someday.
Yes,
and we appreciate everything you're doing for the football team, and you're very exciting to watch. We look forward to you guys continuing to be successful.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us. Appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back here to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's a surprise. Stay tuned for the Coach Mike Nesbitt Show.
All right. Nice job, guys.
Your man cave is a lie. It's not a masculine refuge, it's a basement in your wife's house. Caves don't have frilly craft store signs. Yell about it. In your man cave, no one can hear you scream. Wake up! Head upstairs and get to B-dubs, where the kegerators are just called taps, the wall color is TVs, and the wings taste like freedom. Also, your friends actually like coming here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! It's football season, folks, and this year Buffalo Wild Wings has a new game plan. A plan to save football and your relationship with the first ever football prenup. You heard me, football prenup. Whether it's yard work, weddings, dinner parties, birthday parties, gender reveal parties, life's always finding new ways to blindside fans and put pressure on their relationship during football season. So we're blowing the whistle and calling for the football prenup. This stiff arm to everyday bullshit lets fans protect their game days from anyone or anything that's not football. Partners protect whatever it is they care about, and both sides protect their sanity. Yeah, it's real and legally binding.
Not legally binding. If you think just filling this out makes it legal because of free women, metal themed sports restaurant promoted on your feet, you kind of deserve whatever the consequences are. Don't be dumb.
Just go to footballprenup.com, outline the games you want to protect, and negotiate what you're willing to do for your partner in return. We're talking dishes, date night, selfies, cuddling, conversations using those active listening skills the counselor talked about. Anything that'll get you those games. Anything. Then sign the sucker and booyah! This football season, don't go for the win, go for the win-win. Save your football season. Save your relationship. Save America!
Welcome back to the Coach Mike Nesbitt Show. We are joined by defensive back number 8, Mari DeBerry, and defensive end, rush end, number 45, Christian Viville. Gentlemen, how are you both?
I'm doing great.
Doing great.
Man, you should be. Defense is playing lights out.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What is going on?
Doing we taught.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Game plan.
Okay, all right. So Tulsa, Oklahoma, you're from, right, Mari?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you move out here right out of high school? Did you go JUCO first? What happened?
No, fresh out of high school.
Okay, and what's the experience been like for you? I mean, like, describe the town describe Tulsa. That's a bigger city, obviously, in Oklahoma. So, but it's not as big as Phoenix. So, what's it like?
It's a small city. Everybody know each other. You know, compact. Like, it's easy to get around and guess like that.
Okay.
From Tulsa, Oklahoma, how did you hear about the OUAZ Spirit?
No, I originally moved here from high school.
Okay.
And then I got recruited from La Jolla Community High School down in Avondale.
Oh, Avondale.
Okay,
right down the road. So your family's here.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Some of my family.
See, it's not as much drama
No,
now. Make
it's
it
not.
exciting.
Not
You
like
start
that.
crying. You miss your
Not like
family.
that.
They're right here. They're probably right outside or something.
Yeah, they're waiting for you outside.
waiting in the car. Car's running. All right. So, okay. So, you've had a good experience, obviously. Tell us about the team, the defense. I mean, what's it like? You guys are having a lot of success, and it's been an exciting season. So we had to plug a few holes in the off season. Christian, what's has that been like? You stepped into some big shoes.
We've been having fun. I mean, we haven't changed the game plan from last year.
Okay.
Same Tuesday and Wednesday practice.
Sure.
It's just hard work, just working even harder actually. So everything's been going as planned, but we just got to keep it rolling. And that's the only thing.
Your family, have they been out here?
They actually came to the last game, so
nice.
Yeah,
you had a big game.
They was having quite fun. My dad was outstanding with the fans, so yelling the whole time. That's the only person I hear. So,
what's their impressions of the program, especially now that they've been able to come out to an actual game?
They plan to come out to even more every
Awesome.
time. So they came out a lot last year, and they're going to come out to even more. They come to every Texas game we had so far.
Okay.
So they love it. They love the opportunity that I have. They love the fans. They love the new buildings and all the new facilities that we're having.
Awesome.
So they're having a great time as well.
Awesome.
Mari, so La Jolla High School, Avondale.
Yes,
who was scouting you? Who was recruiting you from OUAZ? Who was your first contact?
Coach Bethea.
Oh, Bethea was
Yes.
the DC. Okay, and you were obviously getting some looks from some other schools. So how did you end up deciding on Ottawa then?
I felt like it best fit me.
Okay.
The program, like new school. I was new to college, didn't really understand college, and I feel like it will best fit me in my future.
Okay.
So your college football experience, Mari, we were talking with Coach Nesbitt off the air a little bit ago, and he said that you're going to leave here tonight and go work an overnight shift and then get up in the morning and be on time for weights and then go knock it out in the classroom.
Yes,
What's
sir.
that like?
Just embracing the grind. Just embracing it.
I guess, man, embracing.
That's awesome,
Holy
man.
smokes!
Try to get it.
So, and when do you sleep?
Anytime I can get, like if I don't have class, we don't have meetings or practice.
Yeah.
Those
Wow.
time.
Okay. Well, even more so. I mean, it's the experience, but that is
very admirable.
It is. Christian, so we didn't have a chance to meet your dad. Who else from your family came out here?
Just my dad and my mom.
Okay.
They came, and when we go to Texas games, my whole family comes, and they're my biggest supporters all the time. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, you've really taken to your role now on defense. I mean, how are things continuing to evolve with the personnel? Because we notice there's a lot of fresh legs in there throughout the game too.
Next man up mentality. Everybody has to step up. Everybody knows their job to do, and we have fun. You can just see it. We have fun. We love to play the game of football.
We had two guys that scored touchdowns on your unit this
Yeah.
weekend. What is going on out there? 2 linemen?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Were you a little jealous of, when those other guys scored or what?
The first time I was. I have to be honest, the first time I was. But I have to celebrate. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
It is.
Who's the signal caller out there on defense? Who's the vocal leader that makes sure everybody's getting lined up right? And hey, you got to get over here. Make sure you got that guy. Make sure you're
kind of
inside
slaps
on
you
that
on
guy.
the head
Yeah.
when you when you
don't need it.
Safety is the leader of the defense.
Yeah, they line us up every time. So it's kind of it's nice. It's kind of hard to hear them when the fans are cheering, so we all have to look back, turn around, and the old offensive line.
They got the good vantage point, right?
Yeah,
So they can see
they can see everything.
Okay, so who's the comedian on defense then? Who's the funniest guy? Because we
right
see
here.
you dancing during the games. I mean, it's like, what's he doing now?
That's the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have fun.
That's good.
It's like a playground out there for us, so we all just have fun. It's time to embrace yourself. You get 4 hours to do it out of the week, and those are our 4 hours.
Who's the most serious? One guy.
I think it's
Marcus.
Is he?
Yeah.
Marcus?
Very serious. Very serious guy.
Serious guy.
Wow.
Competitor.
Competitor.
100%.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Then he got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Good for him. Okay.
Outstanding. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
y'all.
We really appreciate
Thank
it.
y'all.
Christian
Having us.
Vaville, rush-in linebacker for the OUAZ Spirit, and Maury DeBerry, thank you so much for joining us, guys. We really appreciate it, and continued success throughout the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you
for having us.
We'll be right back here on the Mike Nesbitt Show, back to Buffalo Wild Wings Surprise, and we'll bring on punter Austin Bond. Stay tuned.
Watching the game alone. You gonna high-five yourself too? Come on! Get to B-Dubs. Order a $5 pitcher, chest bump, wolf pile, and nail that 2-person high-five. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! What kind of monster schedules their wedding on game day? We're done watching the game on our phone while you two take an entire day to say you like each other. Oh, good. The best man's winging the toast. Hey, Troy, I got a place you can wing it. It's called B-Dubs. We're going to RSVP for the chicken, keep our vows to football, and add wings, beer, and sports to our registry while dining on a buffet of football. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Hey, all you business owners. Vince here from the JV Sports Show. Are you a fan of junior college and small college sports? Want to reach an established and growing sports radio listening audience both locally and abroad? Partner up with the JV Sports Show. We can help promote your business while you help support exclusive coverage of junior college, NAIA, NC2A Division II and III sports. Check us out at www.jvsportshow.com and let us show you the benefits of partnering up with James and I on the JV Sports Show.
Here we go.
Oh, hey, okay, we are back. You sit over there. We're back on the Coach Mike Nesbitt Show. We're back with a familiar face, an old friend of ours. We consider you a friend. All these guys are friends, but Austin Bond has a special place in our heart because he's a punter. He's one of these guys that's real, he's laid back kind of guy, and and he's always happy. I don't think I've ever seen you in a bad mood.
I mean, I try not to be. Try to always have a positive attitude and
life,
and always try to have fun. Really,
that's awesome. And we respect that. We respect the heck out of it. So, what's it like being an All-American punter on a team with the preseason Offensive Player of the Year?
Oh, it's amazing. But when you got the preseason Offensive Player of the Year, it tends to be pretty boring as a punter. But I love rooting for those guys on the sideline. I'm always hyped and. Get to hold for Mike, obviously, for PATs and field goals and whatnot. So still doing the job.
There you go.
That's it. And you talk about fun. You had a whole lot of fun Saturday night, my friend. You were kicking the ball way up, tons of hang time, and then that one punt you had about 2 or 3 guys in your face.
Yeah, we thought it got blocked. You were able to get that ball off.
How in the heck? Not only get it off, but what was it, 64 yards net?
It ended up being 56,
56.
Down at the 4-yard line.
Unbelievable.
How did you get that ball off? I mean, what were you see these guys running at you. How?
I mean, I like to equivalent it to basically like a wide receiver. So I played wide receiver in high school.
Okay.
And so you're going to get hit no matter what as a wide receiver, but you might as well catch the ball, right?
That's it.
Yeah. So as a punter, too, when you see all those guys coming at you, you're going to get hit no matter what. So you might as well try to get a good punt out of it.
I guess so. So since the last time we talked to you, we spoke to you last season. You were having an outstanding year last year. This year, the momentum has been continuing. What's different about this year's team at this time versus last year's team after 7 games, regardless of the record?
Yeah, I mean, well, personally, I've had a great coaching staff with the addition of Coach McDaniels as well. He's a specialized special teams coordinator for me, played for multiple NFL teams, been around the country many times. He's been helping me along the way, along with Coach Nesbitt.
That's great.
This team has really bonded well together. I think last year was difficult because we're just new still. We haven't really figured out no games previously before last year.
Sure.
And so we had the entire offseason to really gel. I understand where we want to take this program for the future.
How excited are you for this game coming up this week? It's rivalry week against Arizona Christian over at their place. Talk about that. How's the team feeling about that? Are you starting to get hyped up? I know you guys kind of recapped the Langston game last night and maybe kind of put that in the rearview mirror a little bit and starting to focus on Arizona Christian now.
Oh, we're electric right now. We know that this is the in-state rivalry. Anything can happen in a rivalry game, so we like to be on top of our game. And that's what we're going to do this week, prepare the best we can, and we're going to try to win this game.
Now, your counterpart at the other school at Arizona Christian, do you communicate with those guys at all? Is there any type of, any friendship? Is there any animosity? Is there anything like, do you guys, hey, how are you doing? Anything like that before the game? On social media, has there been anything like that?
We try to stay away from social media during the season. In saying that, I've reached out to a couple of their kickers. I've kicked with them at a couple kicking camps.
So good. Okay.
I know them relatively personally. But when it comes to season, we're enemies again. We want to win that football game.
There you go. There you go.
Good. Well, we're excited for you. We're excited for this team. I mean, congratulations, Austin. Thanks so much for coming on. And, I know we give you a hard time. I mean, I'll walk by you at the games and I'll say, I want to be you when I grow up.
That's right.
And it's true. I mean, you're doing a great job, and you're a positive person, and you're a great influence on these guys, particularly these younger guys. So, real quickly, tell us your plans next year. You're a senior.
I'm a senior, but I still have actually 2 years of eligibility remaining after this.
Oh, wow.
So technically I'm only my sophomore year of football.
We get more Austin Bond then.
Hopefully.
Oh, man, that's great. We got to have more Austin.
This
will be the Austin Bond show
yes,
next
year.
year.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Well, thank you again for coming on with us. Always great to be with you, and continued success on the field. I mean, you are just getting it done on the field, in the classroom, and what can we say? Just keep it up, my friend.
Yep.
Thanks so much for coming on with us here. And we'll step aside, take a short break. We'll bring back Coach Mike Nesbitt after this, and we'll look at that Arizona Christian game.
Yes.
Back to Buffalo Wild Wings and Surprise after this.
Good.
Your man cave is a lie. It's not a masculine refuge. It's a basement in your wife's house. Caves don't have frilly craft store signs. Yell about it. In your man cave, no one can hear you scream. Wake up! Head upstairs and get to B-dubs, where the kegerators are just called taps, the wall color is TVs, and the wings taste like freedom. Also, your friends actually like coming here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Back with the man himself, Coach Mike Nesbitt. Coach, a rivalry game coming up this week at their place against Arizona Christian. You guys are not taking anything for granted. You're not looking ahead whatsoever. How are you preparing the team for this coming battle?
Well, we talked about it right away Sunday afternoon when we came back Sunday evening for our afternoon meetings and practice, and kind of hugged everybody and patted on the back and told them, hey, congratulations, you beat Langston and broke a 23-game winning streak and all that good stuff that everybody's going to tell you. But when you wake up Monday morning, you better be ready to flip the switch and start talking about those guys over there across town on that Thunderbird campus, because they're going to be fired up to play us, and Jeff Bowen and those guys, they know that they're in the hunt still. They got a shot still at a conference championship. They're still playing for everything with us beating Langston. And so it created a lot of different avenues for everybody right now. And it's also one of those ones, our kids know all their guys on their team, their guys know guys on ours. We've recruited some of the same players that are playing for us. And and our coaching staffs know each other, and they do a great job over there. And so it's going to be a fun game, and it's going to be an exciting deal, and it's a rivalry game. So everybody better be excited and be ready to strap it on and get after it.
Indeed.
Well, there's some good guys on that coaching staff, obviously. James and I have become very familiar with them. We've spoken to Coach Bowen a number of times. But when you watch film, what do you see?
I see a very disciplined football team. I see guys that are well coached. Their offensive staff and defensive staff, are really taking the keys from their head coach. You can see guys that don't commit a lot of penalties, play within themselves, don't make a lot of mistakes. Don't try not to turn the ball over, get turnovers on defense, and so they're a sound, well-coached football team. And that's probably when you watch them on tape and they don't do a lot and they stand still and they don't move around a lot and they're like, hey, we're here, you're there, let's play some football. You better get ready to play those guys because they're going to be physical and to be able to get after you.
What kind of reaction have you gotten since Saturday night, Coach? I've kind of said to myself all year, once this is going to be a big game, this Langston game, and you guys took care of business and in fine fashion. It wasn't that you just squeaked by. You guys really played a great game in all three phases. Have you heard any more buzz since that game? Like, hey, these guys are for real now. Oh, wait a minute, they beat the defending conference champions. What's this OUAZ? What's this all about?
Well, the thing I've seen the whole year, though, is our recruiting's picked up just because of recognition. We're winning some games. Our kids are doing some good things. They're getting players of the week. They're getting national players of the week, NAI players of the week. And then, we're getting this coaches show and we're getting our name out there. And, we're still growing. We've only been around for, 2 years and about 300 some days or something. I don't even know what it is anymore, but we're not alive very long. We're still an infant as a football program goes. And so we've just started running maybe a little bit faster than a lot of people thought we could get up and walk and do some stuff. But the people of Surprise, the people of this community on this side of town have embraced our kids. They've come out. They've been excited about it. And then the local high school coaches, the texts and stuff I got Saturday night and early Sunday morning after the game from coaches that have led us in their buildings the last 2.5 years to recruit and just tell us congratulations and that they enjoyed our product and watching our guys play and watching some of their former players play is neat. And it's fun to see that we're getting that excitement and that buzz because I really believe our coaches and our players are trying to do this thing the right way and really working hard and try to put a good product out there. And people are seeing it. And our kids are the ones that are selling it because our kids are doing a good job on Saturday night of playing football the right way.
Okay, so you're the head football coach at Arizona Christian University, and you're watching OUAZ. How are you going to attack OUAZ?
I don't know if I need to tell Jeff how to do that. Jeff is sitting there tonight.
You're scouting. You're scouting. Oh, I don't think he's watching us. Believe me, he's not watching us.
He's sitting at home tonight, and he's he probably has the 10 best pass plays that he can get and 4 run stoppers. He knows our offensive staff. He knows Coach Burns, and he knows what we're going to do. Everybody knows kind of what we're going to do, and that's not it. I think it's the fact that he can get his guys to show up every week, play disciplined football. He's preaching the same stuff to his kids that we're preaching to ours about guys with good character, guys with stand-up, attitudes, guys that show up and work hard every day, because that's probably who both of us are and how we were raised and how we like to coach football. And so any guy on our team or coach in our program that deviates from that mindset of that you better show up and be physical every day and willing to work, a guy like Jeff over there and those guys at ACU are going to beat us because they're going to show up with the right frame of mind. And I think that's probably the cautionary tale for both staffs in both teams is you better be prepared. Because both guys are going to show up, both teams, offense, defense, and special teams, are going to be ready to work hard. And I think that's, I don't know if I got to tell those guys how to beat us. I mean, he probably already knows how. Shoot, I better be worried about that.
Yeah, I want to know that. I want to see. Well, what
you're scared? You're scaring me to death.
Oh, come on now, Coach.
No. I mean, I think the big thing for us is keep winning third downs. We got to be good on third downs on both sides of the ball, play great red zone offense and great red zone defense. That's what we've hung our hat on and win the field position battle with a good kickoff guy and a good punter. And that's what we built it on when we first got here, and hopefully we can play fast. Hopefully we don't slow ourselves down and can get our tempo going.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the win
thanks.
against Langston. I mean, you guys are rolling all year long, and we're just privileged to be a part of it. Good luck on Saturday night. It's going to be a great game out at Cactus High School, 7 p.m. OUAZ traveling across town a little ways there to meet the Arizona Christian University.
And we'll be on the call.
Yes, we will. No, and that's we need the people from Surprise, like we talked about after the game, and we need our students. They're looking about getting a couple charter buses and loading up students from campus to drive them over there and get them into the game. And you guys, the job that you do for us and broadcasting our games and traveling with us and things like that, we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for guys like you volunteering your time and your days and your nights to come and get away from your families to come help us. And it's really special. We really appreciate it.
Well, make sure this is recorded, and we'll continue to play it back throughout the year.
Yeah, as long as your father-in-law keeps coming around, that's the guy we really like. No, but I'm serious. In all seriousness, no. If you guys wouldn't have started this stuff for us last year and these kids wouldn't have a platform to be excited about on Sunday night after the team meeting, who gets to go to the coach's show? Nobody's here to see me. All right, nobody gives a darn about me. They want to see these kids, their families, their parents, and all the people across the country that sent their kids off here to go to school. They get pride, and then they get to watch you guys broadcast the games and hear it. Like Texas College, everybody's upset because we have no radio, no live internet feed or anything like that. You guys are important to college football, and you're important to making our football program grow. So we really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you saying that, Coach. And we take pride in what we do. We try to do the best job we can for you. And this is just a whole lot of fun, let's face it. So we're pleased to be able to do it. And thanks to guys like Greg Jones for helping us out as well, because without him, we wouldn't be able to do any of this.
Yeah,
so
he makes us sound good.
The one thing I do got to tell you is quit scaring Tyler King, our offensive GA, when it comes down to, because those poor GAs that are coming out of the press box, they're sworn to secrecy. And so
and let me tell you, he didn't give us
get lined up and held hostage.
Coach, he told us everything. He told us everything. Tyler, your secret is safe with me.
Not a thing.
Those kids are our poor GAs, they're scared to death when they come out of that press box.
Yeah, when they get on the elevator.
They're like writing notes down to make sure that nobody broke code.
Outstanding. Well, thanks again, Coach, for coming on with us. We really appreciate it.
Guys.
And once again, 7 p.m. this coming Saturday night out at Cactus High School, Arizona Christian and OUAZ. It'll be a good one. We'll step aside, take one more break here. Me and Vince will come back and wrap this up right after this, live from Buffalo Wild Wings, the Mike Nesbitt Show.
It's football season, folks, and this year Buffalo Wild Wings has a new game plan. A plan to save football and your relationship with the first ever football prenup. You heard me, football prenup. Whether it's yard work, weddings, dinner parties, birthday parties, gender reveal parties, life's always finding new ways to blindside fans and put pressure on their relationship during football season. So we're blowing the whistle and calling for the football prenup. This stiff arm to everyday bullshit lets fans protect their game days from anyone or anything that's not football. Partners protect whatever it is they care about, and both sides protect their sanity. Yeah, it's real and legally binding.
Not legally binding. If you think just filling this out makes it legal because of free women, metal-themed sports restaurant promoted on your feed, you kind of deserve whatever the consequences are. Don't be dumb.
Just go to footballprenup.com, outline the games you want to protect, and negotiate what you're willing to do for your partner in return. We're talking dishes, date nights, selfies, cuddling, conversations using those active listening skills the counselor talked about. Anything that'll get you those games. Anything. Then sign the sucker and booyah. This football season, don't go for the win. Go for the win-win. Save your football season. Save your relationship. Save America. Watching the game alone, you gonna high-five yourself too? Come on, get to B-Dubs. Order a $5 pitcher, chest bump, wolf pile, and nail that two-person high-five. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Show.
Hello and welcome back to the Mike Nesbitt Show. This is Brandon at Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's good.
Good job,
hey,
Brandon.
that was
Sorry
good,
about
Brandon.
that.
No, that was fine. We
You
literally
nailed it.
told him 2 seconds before we came back on camera.
Bring us
It's
back.
the Mike Nesbitt Show. Bring us back. All right, yes, Brandon. So thank you. Brandon is part of the team here at Buffalo Wild Wings, does an awesome job every week in and week out. Aside from dealing with the constant ribbing from James and I, he actually has a job to do, and he's been such a great host to us. Scott, the general manager, the rest of the team, Ty, everybody is top to bottom is awesome. Students, faculty, staff, you got to come down here. You get a discount. What's the discount, Brandon?
Yeah, the discount, guys. So if you guys are coming in, we got a bunch of stuff going on. We got $5 pitchers. We got $9 pitchers.
Yeah.
$5 pitcher, you're looking at 38 ounces. $9, you're looking at 60 ounces.
Wow.
Guys. And that's all domestic beers right there. Yeah, so those are all game days going on Thursdays through Sundays, guys.
A college kid's dream, Vince. 60 ounces.
Yeah, seriously, guys. And
Let's talk about the food. We're big foodies.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Food.
It doesn't even stop there, guys.
It does not stop there.
We also got a bunch of appetizers, guys, going on special. We got 2 burgers, definitely, that you guys got to come try out. We got a crispy chicken sandwich, a Southern style.
That.
We also got a crispy Nashville sandwich, just a little bit spicy side, definitely for you guys out
now,
there.
what's
Oh,
Nashville style? What is Nashville?
So Nashville style, what we do is we throw a little bit of Fresno peppers on there, give it a little bit of a kick to it. We also have a Nashville sauce that we put on there as well.
Nashville sauce.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I've still got that kick going on right here from earlier, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It was
You'll
a great
feel it.
sandwich.
Oh, yeah, you'll feel it. That's for sure.
So tell us a little bit about some of these other charitable things going on.
Yeah, so in conjunction with the Boys and Girls Club of America, guys, Buffalo Wild Wings, we're doing something to help raise funds with the local youth, guys, through sports. So if you guys are donating $1 or more, up to $4, we're going to get your name and a pinup posted on our wall here at Buffalo Wild Wings. If you guys are going to do $5 or more, we're going to go ahead and give you guys a ticket for a free chili hash con queso dip on your next visit into Buffalo Wild Wings, just
What
to
a
say
deal.
thank you. Yeah,
Very
for
nice.
donating.
Outstanding. So
Very
make sure
nice.
and come in and participate in that. It benefits the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, a very reputable organization. And
and the key thing, the staff, obviously, of Buffalo Wild Wings, James and I as well, want Buffalo Wild Wings to be party central for Ottawa University because it's right down the street. This is the place. It is the festive atmosphere. But not only that, right behind us, outside those doors, is Sun City Grand. And all the folks at Sun City Grand should be here. All the people in the surrounding area here in Surprise should definitely be here because this is it's a family environment. But the staff is awesome. It's a great place to watch games, sports, any sport. You got it on TV. You got specials here. It's great food. You got everybody's just been so friendly. Plus, you got the guys from the Mike Nesbitt show that come out here too. So and you got Brandon.
That's right. That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes. So thank you once again, Brandon, and to the staff of Buffalo Wild Wings for hosting us, for doing such a great job. Patronize these folks because they'll continue to patronize the university as well. So thank you again.
Oh, yeah, of course. We appreciate you coming on with us, Brandon. Thanks so much. And thanks again to Buffalo Wild Wings, Scott, the general manager, and our producer, Greg Jones. It was a great show. Once again, the Mike Nesbitt Show, looking at that Langston game, previewing the ACU game. Vince, it's going to be another exciting week of OUAZ football.
It is a big week. This is rivalry week. This is huge. A big week. Get out there Saturday night, 7 p.m., Cactus High School in Glendale. Look it up. Get yourself there. It's not far from here. Saturday morning, start your day off listening to the JV Sports Show, AM 1060 Phoenix. Check us out on Twitter, at JV Sports Show. We'll post the live link. We'll talk about both programs, Arizona Christian and Ottawa. We'll interview coaches from both programs.
Yes.
And listen live. It's great. We're trying to build something really nice here, and we're doing it with your help.
Yes, and if you're not in Phoenix, you can also catch the show on the live stream as well. So just go to check out our Twitter. We'll go ahead and post that link a couple times throughout the week here, Vince, and make sure everybody's able to tune in.
Yes.
We'll preview that game coming up Saturday night, Arizona Christian and OUAZ, and we'll have a whole lot of fun. So thanks again for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks again to Buffalo Wild Wings and our producer, Greg Jones, for coming out. And always a great show, and we appreciate it. Stay tuned, and 2 weeks, we'll be back for another one. Take care.
That was awesome, Brandon. That was good.